Trojan Philly, what's up, man? USCJ here. It's the top of the morning. It's the top of the morning. Listen, I hope everybody is getting ready to get up, get out, and make some things happen this morning. Listen, we got to talk about this past weekend. This was a huge weekend for college football, and one of the big storylines that I think of is two things. One, of course, you guys already know I addressed it in the live that I did prior to the USC football game, and that was Colorado taking down USC. Now, here's the question that I want to ask you guys. Do we rearrange the top quarterbacks in the Pac-12? I think we do. I have Bo Nix up there with close to Caleb Williams. I think I had Michael Penix number 2. It was Caleb Williams, Michael Penix, and then I had a guy like Bo Nix after that. And then you kind of start going with the Cam Risers and then some of the other guys. But now I think I'm rearranging it. I am going to put Shedeur Sanders at the number 3 spot. I'm going to have Caleb number 1, Michael Penix 2. Shedeur Sanders is going to be my number 3, and then I'm going to follow that by Cam Rising, and then it's going to follow. And then let's put DJ. DJ had a great day as well. Do I put DJ ahead of Cam Rising? I mean, he was throwing absolute strikes for Oregon State. And let's just get this out the way right now, because one of the things I want to come on and talk about, I want to specifically talk about, and I want to make reference to the loss in the sauce the SEC is right now. Now, a lot of people don't want to admit this. A lot of people don't want to deal with this. But look, yours truly, USCJ, is about to deal with it, because right now, from top to bottom, you guys are hearing it right here. From top to bottom, the Pac-12 is the best conference. And crazy, oddly enough, how ironic is it? This is the last season for the Pac-12 to even have a conference, and now we find ourselves with the best conference. When was the last time that we seen a conference, the Pac-12, being this strong? I mean, I can't even remember. You're talking about the best quarterbacks in the country. Now we got the emergence of DJ, and now coincidentally, I'm watching this game right now. I'm filming this the night before, but Clemson looks like they lost in the sauce. It's 13-7 right now against Duke, and right now it's apparent that they could use DJ right about now. So that is unbelievable. I think that DJ is just, this is the right fit for him at Oregon State. Now we see the quarterback, Shedeur Sanders, having a phenomenal year beginning. Of course, we got Caleb Williams, we got Bo Nix, we got Michael Penix. Don't forget about Jaden Delore from the University of Arizona. He's an outstanding quarterback as well. He's a gunslinger. Now we got the emergence of another quarterback that I've seen for UCLA. They had their freshman in, Deontay Moore. He looks like he's doing this thing. Then you had the freshman from Arizona State. You had Jaden Delore. He looked like he's doing this thing. So right now, from top to bottom, and then you got Cam Ward at Washington State. USC, they're in the league right now with the quarterback, a league that's just very, very top heavy, all across the board at quarterback. And from top to bottom, I think the quality of football right now for the Pac-12 is second to none. And if you want to be a good DB right now, if you are a good DB right now in this conference, a cornerback, hey, look, you're going to have to get on your high horse, because they got straight up gunslingers right now. And it's only popping, it's only cracking, man. You guys already know where you can find me. It's going to be USCJ32 on Instagram, USCJ32 on Twitter. Now, let's address what took place this weekend, specifically dealing with the SEC. It was unbelievable, man. I mean, where do we start at? You had North Carolina absolutely put the smackdown on South Carolina. Spencer Rattler is the quarterback, and it looks like they offensive line. We see why Marshawn Lloyd needed to transfer and why he made the right decision in transferring, because right now South Carolina looks like they can't even protect Spencer Rattler, man. And you got to feel bad for him. He was running for his life, but North Carolina knocked him out, South Carolina. Then we had on Thursday, Utah absolutely just had Florida just they had them flustered, completely flustered. Utah just had them lost in the sauce. And this is the second Pac-12 team that Utah has lost against. And now we see, the second Pac-12 team that Florida has lost against. Just remember, a few months back in the bowl game, they put the smackdown on Florida. Oregon State did. That was another Pac-12 team. And everybody said at that point that, Oregon State, they're playing the Florida team that had all these players missing. But now, what is the excuse now? What is the excuse? And I find this kind of funny. Unless you're Georgia or Alabama, I'm really starting to see a lot of lost in the sauce SEC teams. And do you guys ever notice this? The SEC, their bowl games, they'll play some teams, but then if you notice early on, if they're not playing like a Troy or a Middle Tennessee State, if they go and play a big time team, specifically on the West Coast, they have problems. They cannot. The SEC cannot handle starting off the year going to the West Coast, and we find that with LSU. LSU did it against UCLA. They had issues, and you see other teams that had issues. Texas A&M almost lost a year before against Colorado. But man, I mean, this thing is really beginning to be unbelievable. And what took place yesterday, Saturday, with LSU losing against Florida State. You guys already know. I called it on here. I called it Florida State absolutely put the beat down on LSU, man. So here's the question I want to know from you guys. What is the best conference from top to bottom, man? Week 1 has revealed a lot of stuff. And then you see some of these SEC teams that look like it didn't even look like Georgia got off to a good start with their quarterback play. Their quarterback play was kind of suspect. And I want to read to you guys this projected AP poll that's getting ready to come out. Like I said, I'm recording this the night before, and Clemson looks like they're about to lose this game. Now, mind you, this projected list is supposed to be having Clemson as a favorite to win this game. But it looks like they're clearly about to lose this game. Before I read that, I want to read a crazy stat. And this is a stat. This is from Saturday Night Down South. This is it right here. It says LSU lost 4 straight season openers. Mississippi State in 2020, they lost against UCLA. In 2021, they lost against Florida State in 2022, and then they lost against Florida State again in 2023. Man, I mean, what's the problem with the SEC schools starting up their year with some of these teams, man? I mean, it's unbelievable. And the SEC just had a bad week this past week, man. So, look, you guys hit me in the comment section. You guys tell me what you think. I'm getting ready to read this to you real quick. This is the projected, and I'm out of here. This is going to be the projected top 25 AP, and I'm not sure if this is going to stick or not. But if this sticks like this, you guys hit me in the comment section. And this is based on everything that happened over the weekend and based on if Clemson still wins this game. But I don't know. It's the third quarter right now, and I'm looking at it, and there's 5 minutes and 14 seconds left. Like I said the night before, and it's 7-13 right now. It looks like Duke may pull this thing off. But here's the projected AP poll if it stands. They got Iowa number 20. Tulane is going to be number 24. Then they have Texas A&M number 23. Ole Miss is number 22. Colorado slipping in there. Here's another team that USC is going to have to play that's in the top 25. Colorado 21. Rightfully so. They did their thing. Oklahoma number 20. Wisconsin number 19. North Carolina is going to be number 18. This only projected. The other one, the final one will come out after this game, and I'll probably come back and talk about that. Oregon State number 17. They dominated. You got to give them to them. They dominated San Jose State. But look, they only scored 10 more points than us. We scored. San Jose scored 10 more points on us. They had 28. I think the final score was 17 or 18 or 19 maybe. It was 44-19 or something like that. We scored 56-28 when we played San Jose State. So some may say, I've seen a crazy article that says Oregon State proved that they got the better deep. Something crazy. But here's the thing. They forget we beat Oregon State last year. But look, we don't play Oregon State this year unless we play them in the Pac-12 Championship. And it's a great chance that we could play Oregon State in the Pac-12 Championship. Now, Utah's going to be number 14. I did say number 15. I'm sorry. I skipped the whole number 16. Number 17 is Oregon State. Number 16 is going to be Kansas State. Number 15 is going to be Oregon. And then you guys know they beat Portland State, but they're still at the same spot. There's no measuring stick to really how to measure that being at its Portland State. That's a 1AA school. It wasn't like us. We played Nevada and San Jose State, which both are Division I schools. Number 14 is going to be Utah. Number 13 is going to be Notre Dame. Number 12 is going to be Tennessee. Number 11 is going to be Texas. They got a big one coming up this weekend against Alabama. We'll see how that thing works out and how it squares out. And number 10 is LSU. Now, here's the problem I got. This is only a projection, but I know anytime there's a projection, this is based on Sports Illustrated. These guys are all affiliated. Sometimes they be in the bed together. Does LSU get an opportunity? Should LSU be at number 10 if this is the projected one that's coming out? And should this stick? Number 10. I don't agree with them being at number 10. If you get 44 points put on you in a major game like that on prime time, do you have the right to be at number 10? Absolutely not. LSU should be below Notre Dame. LSU should be below Texas, Tennessee, but they will have them projected at number 10. That's the way I feel. Clemson, they got them projected to be at number 9. Like I said, Clemson is losing this game right now, and if it sticks, Clemson, look, they should be out of this as well. Washington, they got projected to be number 8, and then Penn State, they got projected to be number 7. USC still projected to be number 6. Ohio State, look, we already know Ohio State looked lost in the sauce without no quarterback. People forget the big impact that C.J. Stroud made. He made a tremendous impact. This guy was throwing all over the field, almost beat Georgia, and as a result, these guys were powerful, one of the top 5 in the country as far as production on offense. Ohio State has now lost that production, and Ohio State just, look, man, I mean, they only scored like 20-some points. This was against Indiana. Indiana is a Big Ten team, so I'm not going to discredit them, but, for Ohio State, man, that to me, a team that's getting ready to go out to go play Notre Dame, I think they may be lost in the sauce. Alabama, they have number 4. I have no issue with that. I mean, whatever. But then here's number 3, Florida State. So I think rightfully so. If you beat the number 5 team in the country, yeah, you're gonna get skipped. You're gonna skip way up and be all the way up to number 3. I have no issue with that. I just whatever. And then Michigan number 2. You guys already know I picked Florida State to win the ACC. So it's not a shock to me what Florida State is doing. I told you that quarterback Jordan Travis is a beast. I felt like it was straight up go time with him. Also, I like the receiver that came from Michigan State. That dude Coleman is a monster, man. He looks like a monster. Man, I thought we were going to have an opportunity to get him. And then the guy Fisk from Central Michigan, Western Michigan or Central Michigan, one of them schools, that big defensive tackle, man, Fisk. He looks like a monster. It's straight up go time. Florida State, their D-line looks legit. I will give that to them. So number 3 with them, I have no issue. Michigan is going to be number 2. And then, of course, you're going to have Georgia at number 1, man. So you guys hit me in the comments, man. You guys tell me, do you agree with that projection? And then what do you guys think about what I had to say about the Pac-12 rearranging the quarterbacks? Where would you rearrange the quarterbacks to right now? Where you push Shedeur Sanders? I got him at number 3. The way you don't just throw for 500 yards and not be the number 3 quarterback. So I told you guys it's going to be Caleb. It's going to be Michael Penix, and I'm putting Caleb, and then I'm putting Shedeur Sanders there, and then I'm going to put Bo Nix, and then maybe the Utah quarterback. And then as follow, man, whatever you guys want to slide in. You guys hit me in comments. Let me know if you agree with me. Look, man, that's all I got for you guys today. Don't forget, make sure you get up and get out and make some things happen. Until later on, everybody stay blessed. Fight on, fight on, fight on.